Hey Aries, this is your June monthly reading. We're going to do the Lenormand this time around. All right, so right off the bat, I'm seeing travel. So there could be more trips around the neighborhood, or I feel like it's more getting together with somebody. They could potentially have red hair at a distance. And I say this because I have the ship card and the rider in the first line, going down anyway. And so let's just, there's some sort of romantic rendezvous at night. So it's like a date or something. This could be very fortuitous. You can take that many different ways. Getting lucky on a date, it's a lucky meeting of somebody who's romantic at some sort of nighttime event of some kind. This could also be just on a trip somewhere, you bump into somebody. Also, there is this kind of journey to far off places where you go and explore and take little trips here and there as well. So this could be a vacation. We're coming into the season, right? In the northern hemisphere, of people going on vacation. Um, so then there's this whole aspect. It's also like some sort of commerce as well, some sort of if you do any kind of driving for work or shipments are involved in the job that you do, there's some sort of um, getting recognized or getting some admonition for what you do in terms of business, and your what is that, your reputation is very you're known for being very going the distance with your reputation in some regard. There is this also any kind of difficulty of meeting with friends. There could be something tricky in regards to that, or something that you don't trust about the place or the time of meetup. Maybe you're. This is also um, difficulty meeting up with somebody because they're being kind of evasive. They're being kind of tricky, and not in terms of necessarily manipulating, but they're trying to kind of use their intelligence to maybe this could also be a surprise date as well, because the moon and the fox are right nearby with the love card there with the heart. Sandwiching in, I definitely see some sort of trip that is to a beautiful place, or a place that's recognized. It could be in the evening as well, or a cruise at night, or something like that. And then there's this dating combo here with the rider and the heart, sandwiching it in. So you could take somebody that you're romantically involved with on a trip, or you could meet somebody who is potential romantic. Yeah, it says luck romantically here, knighting it. So, and also this is about making the moves, right? And in the dating, courting kind of thing. It's also starting dating as well. The start to something lucky in love is basically what's coming through in a generalized way. There's or a partnership of some kind. So this could also be a business partnership, because I do have the ship across from the heart, although the ship can be very romantic as well. That's why I brought it up in the beginning. There's this kind of whatever trip, there might be some annoyance or something that goes wrong in regards to this trip. Car trouble also could happen. Um, it's not serious. I feel like it's recognizable. You understand. You can see it from a mile away when you recognize what you're hearing or you're seeing, or it's more of a seeing because the moon glows type thing. So it could be a headlight goes out and somebody Yeah, because the difficulty with the light itself, so, or the something shining. So this is also like somebody helping you on the side of the road, because I do have the garden here, and although it's not the road or the path card, I do have a road right there, so it's just bringing that to my attention. um, there's this kind of, yeah, lucky encounters, lucky trips that there might, see, it starts off with the writer here at the bottom being like, there's something annoying about this trip, there's something that's kind of taking away from the trip, but then in the end it results in a partnership or a love of some kind. So it ends up balancing itself out. This could also be somebody who's lovesick from somebody who's missing somebody, um, your partner, or you might just have not had an exciting time. I've gotten lucky in a long time. Oops, really jittery tonight. So that's what that could be talking about. This is also very interesting here. What is little and unseen starts to grow like a weed. There's some sort of trying to tediously extract. It's like a literal weeding here. So if that's something that you do, like in your yard, or maybe you're involved in work that does that sort of thing, landscaping or something, or gardening, or professional gardening, or farming, or so there is something about that. But there's something here also. The garden is a place of meeting up, right? So in the past, you might have tried to get together with this person, and it's been very difficult meeting up with them. And then there's just something social here that is difficult. So maybe somebody's quiet or reserved, and they might be very intelligent as well. They might not come across as somebody who's very loud and kind of brazen in personality. They might just be a little more reserved, but there's something special about them. They like shine bright. They're very beautiful, or they might have beautiful red hair, or they might be very beautiful and just kind of spicy looking in some sort of way. There's something kind of intelligent or regal about them, um, that's eye catching. So that's that. What else can I pick out of this? Smart business moves will be made during this time for you, Aries. Also, you might have to travel for work. You might have a side job that's also you have to travel for, so you might find yourself on the road quite a bit. Traffic could be very annoying at this time. Getting to meet up with people might be difficult, just because you have a side job that you're very busy with. It seems like it's a very social job, though. So although it's difficult for you to meet up socially with the people that maybe from your past, you're meeting a lot of new people, and you're doing a lot of that. There's this kind of unforeseen love as well. You might, if you're a driver of some kind, or you make deliveries, you're a mailman, anything where you're going to people's houses, or you're going to people to deliver a service of some kind, there is some fortunate partnership or luck and love that will be coming in there. I feel like there's a legacy of fame of some regard, like, or being, there's some sort of, this can also be like a crystal or a rock of some kind, something beautiful, that is recognized, a landmark. This is also a landmark, okay? The mountain and the moon card, something that sticks out, that's monumental in nature. So something about a landmark, and then so this could be the trip that you go on. You might go to see some sort of landmark. It, something that's been blocked to the public, but you sneak in. There's some sort of sneaking in to a place that's been blocked from the public. It might be at night that you do this. I am not advocating you to do anything illegal. Do not get in trouble and then blame it on me. But there is some sort of something to do with that. Unforeseen. You might catch a little cold, um, because you've been mingling with a lot of people during this time. So I don't see anything too serious about it. I mean, it's the Rider's a good card. The Heart here is a good card. I do have the Mountain here, so that's kind of, and the Fox is kind of annoying too. So, but the rest of the cards are so good. So it's like there's this difficult meeting that you might want to skip out on, or that's another thing, that the meeting could be difficult. You just might want to slink out, like, or there might be a party, a big party that you go to that you're kind of quietly, as we say over in Massachusetts, which is probably not nice, an Irish goodbye. Sorry, everybody. But you know, and speaking of Irish, there's something about Irish here actually. There's a very Celtic, or like something influence with the fox and the clover, and even the mountainside with the green here is just giving me Ireland. I don't know if that will resonate with any of you. Maybe you meet the love of your life on a trip to Ireland or Scotland, or something where there's more, something where there's green mountains. Unforeseen communal cold. This is also like a surprise meeting that's kind of annoying. So you might actually bump into somebody at some point this period where you're like, oh my God, I can't run. I can't get away from these people. It's like there's someone chasing you, and you're just like trying to kind of evade the situation. Like, oh God, I gotta deal with this person again. You might actually go to gamble somewhere. The Rider is kind of like that kind of risky, kind of like, oh, you know, let's jump to it, let's begin something, let's go. And this clover card can be like money. It can be like luck and fortune and finances and stuff. And I just see like next to the moon that's being recognized of a financial kind of glow up of some kind, but don't take my word for it, because there's like other meanings that can go along with that as well. Just like taking a trip, um, to a place that's lucky, that ends up being um, some move that you're making is also being seen by others as lucky. Like, damn, you did that and you won, or damn, you made that business move and it went through, and they totally, and it just flourished. Or there's something here that's like a move that you're making, a risk that you're taking. The fox is also fast and quick too. He's very intelligent. You're being recognized for your intelligence, um, in a partnership of some kind. This could be a business partnership or a love partnership. your social life could be, there could be some difficulty or um, a struggle of wits in some regards, some awkwardness maybe. It's because it's like a stubbornness and then something that's super fast and intelligent. So um, there is this kind of push and pull in the social environment. So there could be like blocks in terms of communicating with others, um, maybe feeling understood by others. You might actually not like to drive at night for some reason. There could be something also, Aries, that like driving at night is difficult for you in some regard. It doesn't matter what age you are. Some people just don't like to drive at night. So there is this kind of, that could be annoying as well. Um, the ship is also an exciting card. So there could be something that takes away, that's trying to take away the excitement, or there could also be anxiety over driving around at night. But I don't see the moon. Oh, the moon can be a difficult card actually because of the mountain knighting it. So yeah, this is like long distance, seeing long distance. So if you don't like to drive at night because it's, you're you're nearsighted and you don't like to, you know, push yourself to that limit, it says here that might be annoying at some point because you have to kind of make that call and maybe drive at night. A love at a distance. I think that you've met somebody that you really click with, but it's really annoying, Aries, that you have to like travel so far to see this person, and it might be your schedule might just you might just have to drive at night, because it's a long trip, or to see a lover, to be around somebody. That's another way it can play out. Your This whole month period for you, Aries, will be very socially involved though in some way. That is the main focus in the center. So it'll be you, um, kind of being, you're going to be spending a lot of time like with other people, and also there'll be some sort of debate going on as well. I don't have many communication cards on the deck. I do feel like the fox, being the intelligent, um, kind of, sassy card, is right next to the garden, which is giving me that like, um, good conversation, intelligent conversations with other people. Um, this is also showing off your intellect. You might want to seem smart to a partner, or a partner might be seeing you as very intelligent at this time, or being surprised even by how smart you are because you're so quiet, maybe. Not that it's like you to be quiet all the time, Aries, but every Aries is different. All right, Aries, I'm gonna keep them very short and sweet. I'm trying to see if there's like trying to see if there's anything else. Also, the writer is news. He delivers a news. So that is the communication card. What am I talking about? Yeah, communication, like talking with friends, gathering with people, at night. So there could be a party at night that you go and you meet somebody there. And it doesn't have to be long distance. It can be. You might actually meet somebody locally and then decide to go on a trip with them to another place that they like already were previously talking about going to, and they invite you along. Um, This can also be getting good news about finances that you're really happy about in terms of a business partner. So you could be getting a new job as well. And you'll probably, I just heard like this weird vibrating noise and nothing is vibrating. Okay. I don't know. There is something here about trips being a nuisance, or maybe there could be something annoying about a commute of some kind, and having to do with people recognizing you, or also this could also be something to do with work, that there's been some kind of theft in terms of an idea that you had. Somebody has stolen recognition for something from you. See, I think I'm done and I keep going. Yeah, because this is about work, commerce, mercantile. This is about ideas and creativity and creative ideas as well. Creative partnership. This can also be somebody taking those ideas, or there's something being taken from the actual business or the actual plan. It's a business plan, and there's something being taken, or just something annoying about it. But about who's getting recognized. Well, maybe somebody's getting more credit than you are in regards to something that you created. That might be the thing that like irritates you this month, because the fox is also kind of sneaky, and the mouse is about taking away. It's a So there's like this sneaky like pickpocket kind of energy with this. So I'd be careful if you go on any trips abroad, if you're in a new environment that you're not used to, just being, a little bit more savvy in regards to anything going on there. Yeah, because I have the fox, the mice. It does end, if I read it this way, with the money. But if I start it with the money, so there's like something sneaky, financially sneaky or unforeseen. This is also very sleuth. These two cards together are like the ultimate spy. So, and with the mouse being like a little thing that's annoying, and the mountain being a big thing that could be very difficult, I feel like something small can end up being like a much bigger problem in the end. So I would just be careful about any little thing that you don't really think, you're like, oh, it's not a big deal, and then it ends up being like a lot bigger. So just be prepared for financial moves. Just be careful with your money, where you put your money. Don't lose your money. This can also be about finding money as well, with the moon and there's something finding its way to you as well, for something that you're being recognized for. Or there's something like beautiful about your mind in some way. There's something beautiful about somebody's mind, and it's being, or there's like Beauty and the Beast kind of pairing here. There's some sort of, the moon is actually not a quiet card. I mean, nighttime is pretty quiet, but the moon is like really vibrating high. I mean, even when somebody who is represented by the moon card is in a room, they don't have to say anything, but they're just, their presence is loud. So there is this kind of opposites attract kind of thing. But the fox is very foxy, so there's this attraction, this sexual kind of energy coming through this whole reading. This can also be a night job. You might start a side job that's a night job, and it ends up being something that you really enjoy, and you might meet somebody romantically there. Somebody can have a big heart. It could be recognizing that somebody has a big heart with the moon and the. You might decide to meet somebody halfway somewhere during this period, Aries. There's also something like little and something small that could be taken or lost. So make sure it could be like anything with like a little bit of like a little rock or a little, it could be a rock that you wear on a piece of jewelry with the moon and the. I don't have the ring, but actually, you know what? I do have the ring. Oh no, I thought I had the ring underneath. That's weird. Popped in my mind for a second there when I was shuffling then. Yeah, so just be careful about losing something, money, a charm, something small that you consider lucky. You might meet somebody romantically at a job, a side job, it could be a night job, or on a trip. You could go on a date and then win some money, gambling. There's friends at a distance. There's some sort of surprise as well. So you could be surprising a friend at a distance. You might sneak into a place you're not supposed to be in, or you weren't invited into. It could be like a VIP kind of thing, and you're not on that list, and you somehow manage to sneak a lover and yourself into the party, or you might just sneak into the party. Something about that. A club, VIP club, or something. There's something about graceful movements as well, and they could have a fast car, a red car. Somebody could have a fast red car. I don't know why that's coming through. It is. Whatever meetings were difficult to at first, or somehow you figure out you figure out a way around it. You figure out how to meet up that works for both of you, and you might have to meet halfway. All right, Aries. Short and sweet this month. I really hope you enjoyed your reading. There is a lot of moves around this month. You'll be moving in terms of business. You'll be moving in terms of taking trips, possibly like a cruise, maybe, but less literally. Maybe something that you have to take trips to go to this new like little spot that you like at night. It could be a job itself. There is a glow up going on. There's also being seen for having money as well. So just be careful other people don't try to take advantage of the situation, because people can assume things, and people always make an ass of themselves, right? So just make sure you lock your car. And this is also people taking away. There's also like being around a lot of people. You could get a little sick this month. It's nothing serious. I see like a little cold. Glowing up, dates, news about someone you love being like a little under the weather maybe, or Someone could also pester you about being attracted to you as well. You could have like an unrequited love situation for somebody else, like you're like not into them, and they are pestering you, and that's kind of annoying. That's why you might be sneaking out of a group gathering. I think that might be the reason. Anyway, thank you, Aries. I'll see you next month in July. Take care.